They were ready, so we're just going with it.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Alright, just a little bit of silicon and carbon right at the very start of the game. Darthcaboose not having actually scanned yet. There he goes, he's getting started. We see a lot of silicon and aluminum right next to the colony, and he's going to head off east, find a good plot of iron, some more carbon and silicon. No water to be found yet, but this is a fairly good ice map, so I don't know if that's going to be an issue. BlueTriangle doesn't seem to have located quite as much with his scans. Got a lot of scans out in open, empty space, so he's going to be hunting for perhaps a little while to find a good location.
Boy, that carbon, aluminum, silicon area is fascinating.
Yeah.
It's hard to know what to do with it, but it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, Darthcaboose, on the other hand, he's just going to grab... He's just planted on a whole huge amount of resources, including a lot of aluminum and silicon.
Right.
And he's going to take some iron to the southwest of himself. BlueTriangle, on the other hand, I believe he found it in such a way where he grabbed up a lot of iron, but he, I think, destroyed an iron triangle that he could have used for steel production.
Oof, that's not a good sign. Boy, there's tons of iron on this map. Tons of iron.
He is taking an aluminum silicon tile. I didn't see what building was flying out of this. I'm really hoping it's an aluminum mine. And he has also gone ahead and placed a reactor on a high water tile, so we'll just have to see what happens from here. How much aluminum is left on this map after they destroyed so much of it?
Ate it up, so.
Yeah, Darthcaboose got rid of almost all of it. I think, are we down to 2 low aluminum tiles remaining? And then the one that BlueTriangle has taken. There is one just to the southeast of Darthcaboose's base.
No one has claimed it yet. Wow.
That no one has claimed. And then there's one right next to Darthcaboose's base no one has claimed. I think that Darthcaboose needs to push for that expansion immediately, which he should have very good access to if he just sells off some of his resources.
He can use the one to the southeast as aluminum and use the other one for whatever.
For whatever. Yeah, he can take aluminum now, and then if he doesn't need aluminum later, whatever. He can turn into a hacker array for all I care.
8,000.
Geo auction. This is actually pretty valuable, I think, for both players potentially. I don't see a whole lot of geotherm on this map, so...
Yeah, there's the curse of the single geo, but that's kind of not true in a two-player game.
Yeah.
In a two-player game, you know the guy's gunning for you, so, you know.
Yeah, you just commit the one goon squad, and it's kind of like, it just almost permanently secures the tile. It's a lot easier to read the two-player situation, at minimum, and so it's just...
Because if you're going to try to hit the geo, you know you're going to have to hit it with two things, and that's...
Yeah, and you know it has to be you.
Yeah.
And on top of that, as the geo owner, you only know there's one person who can come after you, so...
Yeah. It's almost better if you see your opponent build a geo in the two-player to just take advantage of the fact that he's going to be driving down the price of power.
Exactly. Now, I do actually still kind of like the geotherm for expansives in the 1v1 in particular, because it obviously costs them just so much less steel. I mean, they get a 60 steel discount on that building, and that's insane.
Yep. No, Darthcaboose first upgrade. Is he grabbing those aluminums?
No, he hasn't grabbed... He grabbed one aluminum, but not the other. He may think that he's got enough of an aluminum stockpile built up that he can delay, but I don't know if I would give BlueTriangle any chance to take that tile away from me. And it's possible neither player has correctly identified that as such an important tile in this game.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the fact that you can use that aluminum to section for anything that makes it so appealing to go for the other one.
Yeah.
I mean, he already has enough aluminum for his next upgrade, so...
Yeah, but just letting your opponent have it. Also, I would love to see out of Darthcaboose before too terribly long a nice underground nuke on this
the
aluminum silicon tile.
Yeah,
like,
for sure, it's begging to be nuked.
He can still use it for glass production because he's scientific if it gets hit that way. You know, BlueTriangle can, but it at least limits his options with the tile, and he certainly won't be getting aluminum out of it anytime soon if the nuke comes down.
So since Darth did not grab that through aluminum, it seems like BlueTriangle should. But it
agreed.
looks like has he already used up his claims?
He has 3 claims left still. BlueTriangle is just kind of sitting on 3 claims, not sure what to do with them yet. He did put down a water pump, probably actually a good decision, despite the fact he's scientific. Although he ended up having to put it on the medium tile because he had placed a reactor on the high tile earlier.
2,000.
All right. Energy Vault patent. That's actually kind of useful right now for either player.
1,000. 7,000.
I mean, Darthcaboose, yeah, he hasn't a power surplus at the moment, but he literally just expanded, and he's an expansive player. They eat through power like crazy, so...
14,000.
14,000, though. That's pretty high. That's pretty much the upper edge of what that would be worth at this point. Possibly still a reasonable amount for it to go for, but definitely starting to push it. We do also see a little bit of wind power production coming out of BlueTriangle. So he's just going to secure some of that for himself and stop leaking quite so much money into debt.
I see they're both streaming Darthcaboose and BlueTriangle. So if anyone wants to multi-twitch this and watch both players, that option is available.
A couple reactors coming down for Darthcaboose. Shouldn't be any real surprise whatsoever. He's going to be wanting to get into that fuel oxygen market, and he's going to have the water to do it before too terribly long. So
that power price has stayed nice and juicy.
Yep. Well, the geotherm, I mean, it's 2 power, but once again, it's an expansive 2 power, so it's not actually adding any degree of power whatsoever to...
Yeah. Does BlueTriangle have power up yet?
He does. He has 1 wind turbine chugging away. They're both leaking 0.3 power right now, interestingly enough. So that power price is going to keep going up for some time.
Boy,
until
that's a sign
somebody adds to it.
Of how much more stuff Darthcaboose has going on right now than BlueTriangle.
Yep.
If they're leaking the same amount of power.
Well, those steel mills, I mean, BlueTriangle, he still only has down the 1 steel mill. That's what he's using for his steel production.
That is a major problem at this point.
I agree, generally. Of course, with things like this glass shortage, I would actually love to see BlueTriangle try and take a nice advantage off of that with his much easier access to glass production than Darthcaboose has, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Instead, we actually see a mutiny. I believe the first offensive black market action is going to be a mutiny onto BlueTriangle's power.
Well, I can see why that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, power's a nice production. May as well hit him. I mean, it's only 1 minute, unfortunately, but...
I'm just surprised that's the first black market action.
Yeah, well,
That's
fair enough.
Even new claims 4,000.
Yeah.
Which I think would be a very good move for BlueTriangle if you can afford it. Although BlueTriangle's moving in on Darthcaboose's stock, that is impressive.
He only got the one buy,
I'm
though.
sorry.
He can't afford any more.
I read the colors wrong.
I mean, he got 1 buy.
Yeah, he got 1. But did Darthcaboose then freak out and buy up 3 shares?
Yeah, he did. Darthcaboose then just like, nope, taking 3 of mine because he could afford it. On top of that, Darthcaboose making some pretty good use of that electronics short. He's going to have made a fair amount of money on that.
Yeah,
And I don't think BlueTriangle did a thing with it.
By BlueTriangle would make Darth freak out though, because he just basically threw away $20-some thousand
It is true.
that he's not going to be able to be using for his infrastructure.
Yeah. Possibly something other players who maybe should not be named but are in this chat channel should have thought about last game. 20,000 for perpetual motion. That is... I'm going to actually just say that's probably not worth it. Look. Power, I get it. You want to sell that power off. Power's at a nice juicy price right now, but you're just kind of making life a little easier for your opponent in the long run when you take it for that much. Are you really going to make back that 20,000 in debt off of just perpetual motion? Somehow I doubt it. I would actually love to see Darthcaboose just stop selling his power right now. Just be like, whatever, don't care. On the other hand, he just wants to go for the kill, so...
Yeah.
And he might be able to do it.
I think he would get there faster if he did turn off his power.
No, it's possible with how much... I mean, BlueTriangle just doesn't have power production down.
And his price is going down. You can see it tick down.
Now, one thing in favor of just selling off the power, first of all, power's still actually going up in price. Second is BlueTriangle, he's consuming, what, 1.4 power a second? That's really, like... He's only got 200 debt being added per second in power.
Yeah.
When you have access to absolutely no power, that's really not that much.
Yeah, but if he, I don't know. I think that power price would really go up if he turned off the selling. He's selling more. He's selling more to the market than BlueTriangle is consuming.
It's true. Is he still? Yeah, I guess he is still. BlueTriangle has gotten back control of his wind turbines. Obviously, those mutinies don't last too terribly long. He does have 2 of them up now. So they're both just contributing very similar amounts of power to the market. And the price is finally coming down. Of course, we are in a situation also of about even debt, where I believe Darthcaboose has been getting the upper hand in auctions.
Mm-hmm.
Also want to note, just for everybody watching, a $60 aluminum right now.
Yep.
It's a pretty nice tile, just saying.
It never actually got claimed?
It never got claimed. Neither player.
Imagine what PB Head is saying right now.
Zoltar, you're an idiot. Jeez, obviously they can win without an aluminum tile. That's the kind of smack topic I would expect from PB right now. No underground nukes happening. We do have some claims getting purchased up. Both players just being very mild with the black market this game. I would love to see a little more aggression out of either of them. They're definitely not short on funds for it, but Darthcaboose may have his eyes honed in on the kill rather than just harassing his opponent with the black market.
I mean, at this point, BlueTriangle still has 1 steel mill. Like, he cannot win the game with 1 steel mill.
Well, I mean, I probably not in a 1v1, right? Like, yeah, sure. 8-man game, whatever. Just toss down reactors, forget your steel mills. It's fine, right? In a 1v1 situation, though, I don't think it's ever going to work out. Actually, BlueTriangle selling Darthcaboose's stock, and Darthcaboose selling his own stock. Weird. They're both realizing this game could end very quickly, and they just want access to all their money. Well, Darthcaboose, he's got the funds for it just about. Only needs to get a little more money made, and he'll have the game cleaned up. I think it was actually very important for BlueTriangle to go ahead and try to secure that last bit of stock, but it's just not going to do it if Darthcaboose makes his sell happen. Oh, I see what's happening. We've actually got the bug right now. BlueTriangle may not know about this. He may be thinking the game is over. Unfortunately, the game is still calculating the 200 power from Energy Vault as available to Darthcaboose.
Which is a ton of money.
Oh, it's a huge amount of money right now. We're talking about $20,000 the game thinks Darthcaboose has that he realistically doesn't.
Yeah, he still has $20,000 to go. Well, now he has $10,000 left to go. He'll be there soon enough, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
That's, yeah, still $10,000 to go, and BlueTriangle probably thinks it's a done game. I mean, to be fair, it probably is anyway, but still, an interesting thing to note. Indecision in chat says, Dear Scientific, 2 times steel, 1 times aluminum to start.
Your stock is being bought.
Oh wow, BlueTriangle still fighting back. Darthcaboose finally gonna sell off his last little bit of stock. That is gonna push him to enough money, I believe, to finish out the game, and there it is.
Yep. Yeah, good use of his own stock. I mean,
oh, for sure. I mean, he actually managed to make use of the fact that he got scared and wasn't able to invest that money at the start of the game, so that's good to him. Glass went completely nuts with the short. I think electronics went completely nuts with the short. It's very interesting to see how dramatic of an effect these shorts have, even once players have resold back out of them.
Yep.
I mean, I think that's a good, what, $80 to $90 price jump?
Wow.
That's pretty huge.
Yeah. Yeah, that changed the game right there.
Yep. I mean, both players could have taken a bit more advantage out of it, potentially. They only very half-heartedly went into glass that game. And neither of them produced electronics, so I don't know how much of a big deal it was, except that it slowed down both of their expansions and maybe encouraged them to just push to the win a little bit faster.
Yep.
All right. Well,
so should we create the lobby?
I think so. I don't think there's too much more to look at with this game. Not a whole lot of black market action going on at all. No technology. Only a few patents, all from auctions, and all power focused, interestingly enough. Now we can take one last glance at the resources screen. Darthcaboose sold a lot of power, didn't do a whole lot of power buying. Geotherms will do that for you. with some money being made on these glass and electronic shorts, but most of it honestly coming just from steel. This is how good steel is, guys. Steel's pretty awesome resource, just so everybody knows. Yeah, BlueTriangle bought $10,000 of steel. That's not where you want to be in a game.